Cryo sleep cycle complete. Current year 2278.
Oh my god, damn. They figured out how to grow toenails yet? It's been how long? What year is it? Thinking 2278. That's not good. Well, I'm mighty parched right now, so we'll head on down to Harris Teeter and see if we can figure something out for the day.
Hey, man. What's up?
Hey.
You just came out that cryo facility. I've never seen anyone come out of that thing, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen nobody come out of one of those either, but I suppose... Do you know where the nearest Harris Teeter is?
The nearest what, man?
You alright, man? I'm just trying to get a little bit of water.
A little what?
You know,
A little what? What, a little what?
You're starting to spit on me there.
Sorry, man. I just ain't never seen somebody like you. You're just so hydrated looking, man. Like, you look like juicy as hell. Just filled with water. Do you want to come with me and behind this building where, the FF can't see you or nothing? I mean, I'll show you where the Harris whatever is.
The FF? Yeah, we head on down there.
Okay.
Is that a new one?
Yeah, it's the whatever. Just come over here, take a look.
All right.
Halt. Fiji Force. Stop where you are. Bam.
Hey, man. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. I wanted to show this guy where oh, fuck. I'm screwed.
Do you remember where the Harris Teeter is? Oh. Why'd you do that? He's just spitting a little too much.
Can't trust him. He's come down with the lack of water sickness. It causes you to constantly spit and excrete water from your body. You didn't know this? Anyways.
No, I just got out of the cryo chambers.
Yeah, you're looking pretty well hydrated. I can see.
Those are just the love handles, actually. I think everyone keeps commenting on my love handles.
It's been a while since I've seen those. Hold on, I gotta shoot this guy again.
God damn!
Okay.
You got him.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on.
Jesus, he's fucking dead as hell.
Listen. I know it's been a while since you had some water. How about some water? Let's drink from this dude real quick. You get the straw.
Was that a life
Yeah,
straw?
it's a life straw. It's a life straw. You get the first sip. Pretty good, right?
Nothing's coming. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. You're not having the best reaction to it. Come to think of it, I'm out here on this patrol by myself. No one would know. I think...
Hey, man. I don't know what you're thinking, but I can take another sip if I need to.
It's probably diseased, but it just entered your body, so it couldn't have taken effect yet. Hey, look over that way.
Where? 2020 water.
I saw the signs, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. You like that song?
I love ABBA, dude.
Is it ABBA? I don't even know.
It's Ace of Base. I fucked up. Oh no.
Ace of Base has. It's like
there's just another.
If you acronym it, it's AB, right?
Ace of Base.
AOB. ALBA.
I mean, it could be like Ace of Base, Base of Ace.
There we go.
ABBA. I don't know.
I
don't know what y'all are talking about right now, but it sounds kind of cool.
You've never heard that song?
Nope.
God.
Dude, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
This is just like every fucking episode is just me saying something and being like, Matt, you know this, right? And Matt's like, no, I have lived in a cave for my entire adult life and don't understand anything.
It's somewhat true. It's kind of true. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like underexposed to the internet and world. Like,
but you're also like more pure for that, you know?
Yeah, it's probably a good thing.
It's definitely for the best, I think.
I think like the only thing that I can claim in that category is like I think I've listened to only like 2 Beyonce songs my whole life.
Now that's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I haven't. I don't quite know. If it was Beyonce, I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't have even known. Hova.
You are missing out.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
That was the golden age of like DJ call signs.
We need to get back to that shit, dude.
Yeah, some people are starting.
Now we have like producer call signs, like Maybach music. I hate that one.
Oh, I don't like the Maybach music. I like
music.
the Whoa Kenny.
Kenny, yeah,
Whoa,
Kenny Beats is
good. Kenny Beats is good.
He's cool. He's a
Some
cool
people,
guy.
you ever listen to Cemetery?
No, is that with an S, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Oh
yeah.
my god, Cemetery is fantastic because it'll just be like DJ Sorrow.
God damn, DJ Sorrow, run that shit back.
It's beautiful.
What would Matt? What would Gavin? What's his name? Norm Macdonald. What's his name? The guy we talked about last episode. You know who I'm talking about. Ram Ranch guy.
Oh, Grant McDonald. Yeah.
Graham McDonald. What would his producer call sign be?
It would have to be 18 naked cowboys in the shower.
Cowboys in the shower.
No, it's gotta be
because
that's too long. That's too long. It'd have to be
No,
like
I
sucking
mean, like,
cock.
dude, that damn son, where'd you find this? That's a long ass producer tag. Oh my God, Ronnie, that's a long.
He's just that
Yeah,
guy that made
I
that
think-
Ram Ranch video or song.
Oh no.
Well, Eric, we can put a sample here and hope he doesn't get pissed off.
Yeah, he might pull. Well,
Fuck him. Who cares? Look, when it comes to
Fuck him.
try to understand.
He has a really funny song called "Suck This Cock, Gavin," which is directed at Gavin Newsom and how much he hates Gavin Newsom. It's just
Honestly.
very funny to me.
That's fucking awesome.
he has Grant McDonald has like 50 albums. They're all about it's just gay sex, and sometimes they're they're targeted.
not just, like,
they're targeted towards like Shawn Mendes.
Yeah, Shawn Mendes, buttered butthole in the air, begging and begging for more, begging and begging for more.
He wants to shuck Shawn Mendes so bad.
He wants Shawn
Wants to
Mendes
fuck
really
Shawn Mendes.
bad. He wants the former heir to the throne of Britain,
Prince Harry.
Prince Harry. Yeah, he wants Prince Harry pretty bad.
Hey, Prince Harry.
Is Prince Harry the bald one? No. Is that Prince? Which one is the balding one?
Nah, Prince Harry's the.
There's one that looks like a corpse.
No, he's dead. I think
Oh,
he
he died?
He died.
No, dude, I swear,
the
he's still
actual
alive.
corpse one died.
I
like-
think he's mummified somewhere. He's sort of like a Habsburg in the basement
he's
monster.
been drinking. He's been drinking embalming fluid for years, and it's been like coating his insides.
Yeah, he looks rough. He looks like that dude that got poisoned in Russia with uranium.
Like the guy that became like a walking like Jello man.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm thinking of the Fukushima guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
The dude who became
that-
like he looks like a ghoul from Fallout.
That was scary. That
was really scary.
Radiation is horrifying.
It'll literally rips your body apart at like the core level.
Which is kind of based.
Kind of based. It's radiation poisoning based.
I mean, it's just cool in a mechanical understanding of it. To have radiation poisoning, it's like you think you're going to have superpowers and then you're just undergoing chemo.
Your superpower is rapid hair loss.
Yeah. Watch, I can pull all my nails off in one go.
Oh, that's so awful. Well, Matt, should I introduce our guest?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is my friend Gibson. Say hi, Gibson.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
I went to school with Gibson in high school and then didn't meet him until a year ago there was like how long had we gone without seeing each other?
It was like 5 years or so.
5 years, crazy. And then I met you, and I think one of us said something like some like political hot take, and then or either me or you, and then I think both of us were like, "Oh, he's still cool. It's all good."
I remember you just being like, "Oh, you got ideas."
Oh, I've
You're
got
the idea
ideas.
guy.
I'm gonna put a pipe bomb in the McDonald's bathroom. This
man,
guy's got ideas.
Go full Greek anarchist on it.
Yeah, go full
literally.
IRA.
It's good that y'all are plotting.
I've got plans.
In Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm plotting like seeds.
Yeah, we're sowing seeds,
Yeah,
and it's for.
of war.
I mean, you're pulling on my collar.
I go. Or am I showing your hand there too much? Matt, I don't know if you've had this happen, but since coming back to Raleigh, so a little background about myself. I lived in Raleigh, and then I went to UNC Greensboro to study acting because I like acting, and that's what I do outside of the podcast. And that's where I met you, Matt. Kisses. And since moving back to Raleigh, I've re-met a lot of people. Like a lot of people that I hadn't seen since high school, I've met again. I don't know if either of you can corroborate this, but there's always that anxious like tension of being like, oh my God, I hope that they're not like a crazy conservative.
Oh no, pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Like quite honestly, I've learned to like pin that pretty well. Like I think I've run into a few people that I've known from high school and just been like, yeah, I'm not talking.
Like if they have no tattoos and like a Bass Pro Fishing hat on, I'm like, ooh, rough.
Yeah, if I see them only on Glenwood,
that's a bad it's a bad place. What about you, Matt? Have you like re-met anyone from high school and been like, this guy sucks?
Not really. No.
You're blessed.
I'm really trying to think. No, I haven't like really re-met anyone, and everyone has. There's not really been many people, and people would probably say this about me as well, who've like become something unexpected.
Okay. Well, but I mean, like, yeah, that's probably true for me too. I mean, no one has like 180 that I know, but I think my standards are just higher now. Like, I was an edgy teenager, you know, like. I mean, I wasn't like saying slurs and shit like that, but I was like I was just, you know, on like, you know, 4chan and shit like that and being all like, evil little like idiot. And then now I'm like an adult that like doesn't like, I mean, I still go on 4chan sometimes, but
it's fun.
It's fine. But
depends on which board.
Yeah. Do not go on /B. Please just don't ever do it. It's just like designed to like wear you like your sense of humanity down and like just like ruin your opinion on like life. But
yeah, it's also boring most of the time. There's not
it's just
much
shit posting, but it's not even like good shit posting.
No,
it's like just pure. It's pure like internet like stream of consciousness basically.
Yeah, you can just control F and hit N and scroll through, and it's just kind of like, this is stupid. I hate this.
Yeah, I don't know. My standards are just higher now. I meet people now, and I just am like, if you don't fuck with this or this, then that's a problem, you know? Like, if I meet someone and they're saying some shit, you know, like, nobody just wants to work anymore today. And I'm like, dude, you're like 25. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, like, today? Like, what the fuck? You're not like a decade older, or like, not a decade. You're not like a century, you know, old or anything.
I mean, if someone's saying that and they own a house at 22, I'm kind of like curious about what your upbringing allowed you. You know what I mean? It's like
how'd you do that?
Yeah, it's like I mean, I don't think I've ever seen you at a Chick-fil-A behind the counter. So
yeah,
I mean, cool. I like meeting some of the people from high school because I find out that like the people that I thought would be cool, the people that I wanted to talk to back in the day,
are losers.
Oh no, like they're just the right kind of crazy.
So is that validating then?
Oh, it's awesome. Okay. I'm like, okay, at least I'm not the only one who's a crazy person. It's the good turn. It's just, you know, we just embody that kind of spirit. I don't know. It's a good time. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I don't know. I played this. This is really revealing of me, and probably like a pretty like
oh, I love it already. Keep going.
Very weird way. But when I was like in middle school, I would just like sit around in the classroom and I'd be like, oh man, what if like catastrophe struck like right now? Like how would, and I don't mean, and this is really sad, but there's lots of kids in schools, probably boys in particular, who they'll just like think about, because you know you play a lot of action video games and watch a lot of action movies.
You're saying like if some insurgents were like in the school and coming to kill you,
or like a school shooter, like how would I react or hide or save the day?
Well,
or
I think I would take care of it pretty well.
Yeah,
like if I was on the plane during 9/11, I'd Van Damme
the shit out of everyone.
I would have taken care of it.
Yeah, it would have been chill. Like,
Of course. Yeah.
You know,
yeah, it would have been
that's what
chill.
Mark Wahlberg said, right?
Wait, Mark Wahlberg said he could take out the terrorists at 9/11.
Yeah, he's like, if I was on that plane, it would have gone differently or something like
Yeah,
that.
you would have died first, and then they would have crashed
killed you
into the
because they would have been like,
Pentagon.
oh my god, I get to kill Mark Wahlberg. What an asshole. I don't like Mark Wahlberg. I don't think he's a very good actor, and I don't really like him very
No,
much.
he plays the same person.
He's so
in half his
unlikable to me.
roles, Yeah,
He's just an asshole.
he's kind of like I'm not a big Owen Wilson fan. I don't know if that's a hot
Owen
take.
Wilson, at least I believe, something about Mark Wahlberg just makes me believe that he's just a dickhead in real life.
Yeah,
I believe that Owen Wilson's probably like a nice guy.
I would hang out with Owen Wilson if he invited me over.
Oh, totally.
To have a beer,
To have a
and
big
smoke
swingers
bowl or
party and
whatever,
have sex
just
with his
do
wife.
Yeah, something fun like that. Just something casual, you know.
Something cool, casual,
Yeah.
relatable.
It would just be crazy like that. I would definitely take him up on that offer just to see where the night went,
Yeah.
and I don't think it would be a night wasted.
That's good. Matt, go through one of your high school preparations, I guess. You know, your mental preparations.
Well, it was more just like, it was more in middle school. I think I kind of aged out of it. But it would just be, like...
because in high school you were thinking about doing it.
in middle school, I would just be like, oh man, if like a I don't know. I was like always obsessed with the fact that the meteorite like killed all the dinosaurs. I'm like, that's so crazy. Like just one big rock just hit the ground one time and all the dinosaurs
I just feel like the
went.
idea of like, it's just like it's just completely unavoidable.
Yeah,
Like if we just get like bad enough luck to get a meteorite near Earth, there's like nothing we can ever do about it.
Yeah,
and
you're
that is very scary.
much. I kind of like. I mean, you know, it's
At least it would probably be fairly quick. No, I don't think it would be quick because
It'd be quick
unless you were
for
like in the
everybody.
blast zone, you would just die from like freezing to death because the ash would like block out the sun and like fuck up the
Yeah.
Yeah, they
weather.
say
mean,
the
you'd be-
dinosaurs
you'd be
lived
lucky
for
to be
like
hit.
another few thousand years after that meteorite hit. It just kind of killed the biggest ones.
Killed all the big 'uns.
Yeah, it killed all the biggest
Yeah.
ones. They say that and probably disease also killed the dinosaurs. Like, yeah, I think there was like flies and mosquitoes like the size of like dogs flying around back then. And they would just be
God.
feasting on like
Alaska.
huge dino. They'd just be feasting on like huge dino shit, and then they would just bite another dinosaur or like sting them, and it would just spread disease.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, I mean, you would have to have
Well, you could do
quite
that
the
today.
sucker to get through that dino skin.
You'd have to have a really fucking sharp proboscis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. I know my insect terminology.
Yes,
Matt, what
indeed.
part of the insect is the proboscis?
It's the stingy.
Nope.
That's the butt side.
That's the butt side.
Oh, is it like the fangs?
It's like their tongue, basically.
Oh, okay.
it's like
It's
a
like
tongue.
their equivalent of a tongue.
But it's also a straw.
Yeah, their tongue straw that they like stick out and suck on.
Imagine an anteater, but as a mosquito.
You know what I didn't? I saw a video the other day of a moth with like a really long proboscis or whatever. This is a really. Why am I talking about this in the podcast?
Why
He had a
not?
really long proboscis. Anyways, yeah, I saw a moth with a really long proboscis, and he had to roll it up.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it doesn't have a muscle, so they have to grab it and like retract it like a
think-
like a fishing line, basically. Like they have to roll it into a little like circle.
It must be. I don't know. I actually don't know how that works.
I have to do that with my penis.
Aye, not bad.
Nice, dude.
Nice.
You know what? Okay, so you know how on the Halloween episode I talked about how I had a cringe epiphany about like running
Your
around
penis?
as a little terrorist? not
wait,
not about my penis. Not about my penis.
Your penis has straw action to it. I just wanted to confirm that. Like you can suck things up with it.
Yeah.
That might be useful.
You know
in
how like
some
when you like
circumstances.
spit, but like it hangs out of your mouth and you like suck it back up over and over? I can do that with my cum.
I'm not gonna lie, that the spit slurp, as the kids.
That's
call
an iconic kid moment.
it. Dude. That's
You're like
not
you're
the
doing that shit in your head. You're like, now this is living.
That shit grosses me out to no end, and the specific reason why is as you're sucking your spit back up, it's got to be a little bit colder.
Cool. Wait, what? Why? That's a weird logic.
I don't know, man.
Oh, it's a little colder.
It is no longer existed in only your mouth.
So you're like collecting like spores.
I don't know. It's just that's the
Out of
part
the
that
air?
grosses me out.
Anyways, for the record, to fill you in on the Halloween episode, we talked about how for Halloween I literally went as basically a domestic terrorist one year. I went in all black with a backpack and a ski mask and a fake plastic MP5. And I didn't trick or treat. I just ran around the neighborhood scaring people, which is like how did I not get fucking killed and like shot to death? I don't know how my parents let me do that.
That's awesome.
And I hadn't thought about that in a long time. I had another one of those. I had another cringe epiphany the other day. This one is like maybe one of the cringiest things I have ever done in my entire life. Besides this podcast. It is like seriously like a milestone of craziness that I forgot about. So basically, we're in high school and I was like the funny kid that the popular kids could tolerate in like bits, so I could kind of exist in proximity to the cool kids, but not really be one of them, you know?
Oh,
like
same.
Yeah. Well, that's I guess we got a little something in common, man. So there was this kid named Simon who was this big fucking tall basketball playing asshole bully type motherfucker.
I'm gonna be real. Fuck him.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't like that
Curly
name.
black hair.
Yep.
Pale skin.
Don't like the name.
He's a dickhead. I hated that guy.
Yeah, I mean, of course, his parents named him.
Wait, Simon, I think you grew up near me. Wait, was he a big buff guy, like a football player or basketball?
I think he was basketball, but he was in shape either way. I mean, my kid brain can't really tell the difference now, but and so we were in Spanish class, and I remember a Spanish teacher, her name is Mrs. Harris, and she was really, really cool. Really cool teacher. Good at her job. She was like younger. She's like probably like only a couple years older than I am now, which kind of scares me. She's probably like 30.
Yeah, I've had teachers that I'm as old as now.
And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
She had this thing where at the end of the year, she let students put on a presentation about anything they wanted, which sounds like such a recipe for disaster, where you just like make a quick little slideshow and you just put on about like something you thought was cool, you know, or like whatever. It could be like, look how long this moth's proboscis is, or like perfect. It could
Do you
be
see
like
roll it up in Spanish?
Yeah, just coil it up. Siri, put in coil up penis in Spanish here.
Enrollar el pene.
Anyways, just something for later, you know.
Just in case.
So there was this joke about Simon. And he was one of the popular kids too. Like he like people like he was cool or whatever. But there's like this joke that he, and I need to make it very clear this is like in high school brain, but that he I mean, I have to be blunt about it, that he raped babies.
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
And
high school is, man.
And as far as I know, that was like, as far as I know, you know, like how, you know, when you're a kid, you just like insult each other just by calling each other horrible shit, you know?
Yeah,
like,
it was like, what's the worst thing I can say about this guy?
That's the worst possible thing I could ever say.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a great insult. It just inherently shows a lack of creativity.
Yeah. Or, you know, like tact.
Yeah, it's a little...
tasteless.
Yeah, it's tasteless, not very creative. We go a lot of directions with that, but I think now it just didn't...
Yeah, it doesn't land. No.
Yeah, it doesn't land. But 14-year-olds, I bet they were like, yo,
yeah, dude, that's so fucking epic. He does do that.
Well.
Lol. Anyways, so that was like the joke that he would be like, haha, he like blanks babies. And so I thought it'd be really funny for my presentation.
Bro, no. You did not.
I swear to God, what I'm about to tell you is literally a million percent true. I'm actually not exaggerating any of this at all, because I'm saying that because it's bonkers. But I made a PowerPoint where it started out, and it was like it had like music playing behind it, like multiple slides, and it was like touches in quotation marks babies.
Oh my God.
And because I knew I couldn't put, you know, the R word. in it. Dude, I know. Anyways, I did that, and then I got his school picture from the yearbook.
Oh no.
And I like put it in there. No, I had a picture of a baby in the screen. Because so you know how on PowerPoint, I haven't used PowerPoint forever, but do you remember how you could like animate pictures, like draw a little line and then like zip around the screen? I had like a baby fly into screen, and then his yearbook picture would fly in and like fly around the baby picture. And then I played like a baby crying sound effect. And and then I like,
oh my god,
it was like really bad, dude. It was like so bad. And I remember as soon as it was up, this is played in front of the whole class. Like this is like a real Chad moment, a real
to put it lightly.
I dunked on him so hard.
Was he in class?
Yeah, he was in the class.
Oh no.
And what sucks is the teacher didn't even really like me because I was like a spaz. I was annoying.
Yeah.
She liked the popular kids. I don't think she cared about Simon. I can't remember. But like, I remember that after everything was said and done, after I did this horrible presentation, and everyone in class was like laughing, like covering their mouths, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this. This is crazy." Because she never vetted any of the things.
Oops.
She never any of the presentations. She just
Of
let
course.
you do it.
Why would you? Why? Who would expect?
Presumably because someone had never given her a reason to before me.
Before you?
She does it now.
And she doesn't do it at all now, I don't think.
End of that one.
But I just remember leaving class that day, and like she's like talking to the students she really likes, and she's like kind of stone-faced, and she's like, "All right, love you guys." So as I was like leaving the class that day, students were like, "All right, love you, Miss Harris," because it's like this is the last day of class, and this is the final, and this is the final day I was going to have her because it was Spanish 2. You only take 2. I think you could take more as an elective, whatever. And I just remember like looking at her, and I was like, "Do you love me too, Miss Harris?" And she was like, and she like looks away, and she's like, "Yeah," and like doesn't look at me. And like says it like
so somber,
like really, like in my heart, I was like, "Oh dear, what have I done?" And I was like, "Well, I made a mistake."
Well, I do remember that in all the classes we had together, you were never actually a teacher's favorite.
Oh, I was the kid that no matter where. No, I did have some. I'm
sure you had a couple
in like theater and like art classes, yeah. But like in science, which is what we had, I was one of those kids that if you put me anywhere, I would talk constantly to anyone. So they couldn't put me. There's no safe place for me, which is what teachers hate. Anyways, that sums up my cringe story. That's very real. That did happen. Chased me around the school that day and was gonna beat my ass. Oh, he like got hold of me and he was like about to break my arm, and then he like didn't. And he was like, "Are you sorry?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm sorry." And then he was like, "Okay."
You did not say it just like that.
No, I wasn't crying. No, I really wasn't crying or anything. I don't know if I said sure, but I was like, I wasn't like groveling. I wasn't like, "Please don't get." I didn't believe that he was going to follow through. I was like,
no.
I was like, you're a pussy. Like I don't buy it.
Did you grow the empathy fold that day?
No, I grew the hatred fold, honestly.
The empathy fold was developing later. That was more like a why did I do that? I'm so stupid type thing. Now I look back on it, I think it's fucking hilarious.
It's a good story.
It's a great story.
it's
entirely real.
It feels like I just watched an episode of The Office with that amount of cringe.
Dude, it was like so cringy.
You know what? It makes me feel better about any kind of cringy thing I did in high school.
Like what?
So like, fuck. It sucks to talk about. It's not even that bad, actually. It's not even that bad, because in the end...
Did you just hear what I just said I did? I did a PowerPoint presentation where I said a student in class. I've never talked about this.
It's one of those things that's bothered me, but I know it's not a big deal.
Okay, so this is your therapy then.
Get off your chest. Therapy right now. I do know that I was right in the end.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
So your cause was just.
Yes.
The end justify the means.
But basically, we were talking about, it was like an American history class, and...
You said it was like American History X.
It's in that vein. We're talking about racism in Mississippi.
Oh, okay, sure.
And I think one time I said, like, loudly to the class, "Oh, Mississippi, the most racist place in the world." And then the teacher came over. She was like, "Oh, can you, like,
elaborate?"
Your
teacher was like, "Is this student based? Is this student
And then
like,
as I've gotten older, I was like, "Oh no, I was right." Or like mostly,
That's not that cringy at all.
It's not that bad. I did get a couple groans, but I think that kind of stuff lives with me.
Oh, fuck those guys.
Yeah. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, the KKK did become the police.
Yeah, the KKK did literally become the
dick.
police in Mississippi. So.
There you go.
There you go.
I have a kind of cringe revelation for you, Ian, based off of your story.
What do you mean for me? Like you have one about me?
Oh, no. Yeah. When I was in 8th grade, people, the same jokes that would be made about
Whatever.
people would make those jokes about me and also that I look like a serial killer.
Talking about what is your prep plan to get out of school that day?
Oh, Matt, I don't know. I love the idea of listening to this audio later and Matt being like, yeah, people said I looked like a serial killer. And us just both erupting into laughter immediately.
Yeah, that's kind of the reaction I expected. I wasn't expecting a therapist moment.
You
just
weren't
now.
expecting like a sympathy. You didn't want that, did you?
No, not at all. Because it's like, whatever stupid thing people say or do when they're teenagers, everyone just kind of like looks back on that and is like, whatever. It's like, all right, trauma, who cares? Like it's just kind of like
they said that you are worded babies.
What?
They said that you are worded babies.
Not exactly like that. I mean, they used like the pedophile word, like the
word you just said.
word. But yeah, I mean, like they were
The
just like
pedophile word.
Matt
Which one is that?
Matt looks like this. He looks like this, and it was just like the worst things, and that's just like what I like look like. Like I just look like that. Like something about my face, I just look like that, and I'm like, and the thing is like you have to develop. I guess this is part of like the developing social skills part of like going to like school. You have to develop like comebacks or a response. You can't just be like, no, I don't. Stop. Because that just makes people want to be like, oh, no, you definitely do. Now you feel like shit about it. You feel guilty because you are one. And then it just keeps spiraling.
So I just found the guy. I just looked it up. I haven't looked at this guy's. So I just typed in his name as Jackowski. Because I remember people called him Jackoff.
Yep, it was Jack or something. Like,
see, that'd be great if he like beat his meat in class one day.
The dude is like, he was like 240 pounds.
He was really fucking. He's a big fucking. Yeah, he just looks like a chode.
He's a massive person.
I thought you were gonna say he's a massive pervert.
No.
I was gonna say like
he was actually. I think what people thought he was a pervert is because he was so quiet and calm and didn't really speak to anybody and just kind of had this oddball sense. I don't think it really played in his favor.
Yeah, I mean, because everyone was saying that he was molesting babies. Why the fuck would you want to? Why would you want to talk to anybody? Like anybody who thinks like, I mean, it's fucking teenagers, but still, it's like if you have jokes about that, like call to you all day. Like, what are you gonna do? Talk to people?
Matt, okay. What are the odds that I send you his Facebook profile and you message him asking if he remembers the thing I made about him?
None out of none. That should be that's your closure you gotta have. I can't do that for you.
I don't want any closure. The guy was a dickhead. He was so mean to me. I don't give a fuck.
That's interesting, and because I played football with him, and we played on the same like position line, and I actually learned that he was a pretty nice dude.
I don't necessarily mean objectively. I just remember him being a dick to me.
No, his brain just revolved around like 3 topics, and it was like football and working out, and then like talking slow.
Talking slow, so as to not like
that's
bruise
a whole
his brain.
topic.
I don't even know. He just managed to speak in a way that you actually wanted to hit the fast forward on him.
Damn, hit the FF.
Yeah.
All right, you know what time it is, man? I think it's time to get on topic.
That's what I was about to make a sick segue
I lobbed you a fastball and you fumbled it super fucking. Or
I didn't
I lobbed you a
fumble.
softball and you fumbled it super hard.
I didn't. I was
All right, so
trying.
go ahead, do it right now. Do it.
Do you want me to just? Okay. Should I do the segue? Should I attempt the segue now that I've revealed it, or?
Well, go on.
Okay. I was gonna ask Gibson, when you were out playing football, did you ever feel really dehydrated, and like you were gonna have a heat stroke?
That's a terrible segue.
I will say, literally all the fucking time.
That's just if you play a sport, you're gonna be dehydrated. Like what the
made
fuck
me-
kind of? Okay, whatever. Matt.
I was gonna Ian. Hold on. I was gonna go off of Gibson's response, and then I was gonna try to craft something from there. Why
You're gonna
am I
polish
not
a
giving
turd
the
is what you're
chance?
gonna do. Matt.
I actually have an idea with this one.
Okay.
So-
Well, we have to introduce the topic. That's what we need to do. I mean, it's in the title of the episode, but
Yeah,
I was just
everyone already
thinking,
knows.
with the football in the water,
with the football in the water, yeah.
we had our own personal water war where you had to drink out of a hose, and the whole apparatus was two sawhorses nailed together.
Wait, what?
A sawhorse, like a
Yeah,
TP kind of type thing. And it was just a tube of PVC with a hose plugged into the front with holes drilled in it, and it just spat water everywhere. And you would just have to run up to it and put your mouth
I know
on
about
the
that. Yeah,
PVC pipe.
I remember
And
that.
we would fight over who got
Yeah, it was
to
like a
drink
trough
water.
or something.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
It was like how you would like hydrate like farm animals.
Yeah, basically.
Like it was literally a PVC pipe with holes in it that just sprayed like a sprinkler.
It sat
Almost.
outside.
But it was outside.
It sat outside
and
for
presumably
days.
they never cleaned it.
No, it probably
And
had like mold or mildew
black
on the
mold in
inside.
it.
Yeah.
giving you
PVC
enough
is not-
giving you enough brain disease where you actually want to play in the NFL.
That's where half of my microplastics came from.
50% of all your microplastics came from the tube sawhorse.
I bet.
I wanted to talk about this topic because not only is it rapidly becoming like actually more real, but I was like, oh, I want to get Gibson on because he's online. You know, you're an online fellow like me. We're both on the internet a lot.
It's not good for my mental health.
But I know you're worried about the water.
Yes.
I was like, I know he uses the internet enough to be concerned, so I thought it would be a good topic to bring up for the episode.
Well, what are y'all gonna do when Gibson's mildew drinking water, PVC sprinkler system, when that just becomes like the rations?
Government
that just
mandated.
when it becomes like we all have to gather around in the town square and get our
Like
daily
suck on
share
it like a
that
bunch
way.
of pigs suckling at their mother.
Yeah, you get your daily water ration, and they just ring the bell. Everyone comes to the town square. They turn on the water for about 8 minutes, and
It just goes on the ground. And you have to lick it off the ground.
Yeah.
They ring the bell.
Oh, yes, what's the time?
Well, it's within human nature to compete and get more shit like that. I do wonder sometimes. I'm like, is being greedy, is that like a normal thing? It feels like sometimes, yeah. And so I wonder.
It depends on the
like,
level you're talking about. Like
how-
you're like if you're like, I kind of want to own everything in the entire world. Like that's not good.
I want to have a bunch
no.
of people
But
working
there
for
would
me.
be people.
That's kind of like that is good. I want.
you say,
Here's
Gibson?
an idea. I want a bunch of people to work for me.
Yeah.
I do actually think this is us getting like a little like pretty hyper leftist. But I do think it's kind of like to want to be a CEO. I do think you have to be like a little bit of like psycho. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like want something like that.
I think, like with that kind of vein, if you feel like you want to be the guy who's in control, there is a certain aspect of your personality that has to be somewhat detached. I think from
To be able to like fire lots of people or like
Yeah.
make decisions that affect like hundreds of thousands and like be happy to make those decisions. I don't know. It couldn't be me.
Yeah, no, I don't like that level of responsibility. I have a hard time like with just like maintaining friendships with more than 4 or 5 people at a time per week.
I feel that.
And then you know what?
It's getting harder.
Yeah, it's hard to tell someone that like, oh, I can't hang out tonight. Imagine doing that, but being like, and then now your family starves.
I'm sorry. This whole employment thing isn't working out.
Sorry, but
Sorry, bro. Anyways, I thought it'd be cool to talk about what the world would be like when those sweet drippings, run dry, so to speak. Like, what would happen tomorrow? Like, if tomorrow you woke up and we all got like a message that was like the fresh water, the groundwater in your area is like gone or contaminated or unusable, and so we have a severe water shortage.
Oof. Well,
what would be the first thing you do?
I think like any sane person,
Take a shower.
take a shower. You brush your teeth in the shower because that's efficient.
Oh, true. True.
Think about it. Think about it. There we go.
Yeah,
We're not.
right.
Yeah.
Poop in the shower too.
Exactly. It's a one-use receptacle now. You have to be smart about your water usage.
It's like the damn. I had a great.
You had a great
follow-up.
analogy and you lost it.
I had a
How do
great
you
follow-up.
How would
It's
you
like
poop in the shower?
it's like a cloaca.
Oh, yes.
Cloaca, yeah,
exactly.
multi-purpose orifice.
It's a multi-purpose orifice.
It's just
for your house.
for your house or for your own waste.
If you're 25 years old and your circle isn't discussing pooping in the shower and stomping it down the drain,
You're
waffle
going-
stomping it.
That's
I
I was really hoping we weren't going to bring
That's
that
always.
part up. When I thought of pooping in the shower, I was like, hey, don't say it.
It's always. Yeah, I took willpower to not say that terrible thing.
Well, you don't
my
have
mind,
to. That's
legitimately.
probably the laziest way and most inefficient way to shit in the shower.
Well,
really?
okay, but who has? Do you have a waffle grid in your shower, or is it just a hole?
I just have a
It's just a
hole.
hole, right?
Yeah.
It's just a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna poop. I'm not gonna. Like, waffle stomping is if you're doing it in, like, the YMCA or something.
Yeah, it's the floor drain.
Yeah, like, you shouldn't have to do that in your home.
Bro, I called my mom the other day after I left the Hold on. I'm getting there. I left the Planet Fitness and I called my mom immediately after and I told her, I was like, you know what? I really hope women start running the world, because on my way out of the Planet Fitness, I went to use the bathroom and there was a man just shitting with the door open. Just completely open.
Wait, dude, that dude should be president.
That's an insane amount of confidence.
That's an insane amount of confidence.
I don't know.
Yeah, is this stall occupied? Like, you walk up and just make eye contact.
A knock on the open door. Staring.
Yeah, like, that's the power move. Are you almost done? Just look at him.
Mind if I join in? Yeah.
See, the thing is, a water shortage is like, it's the worst one. It's the worst shortage because it is literally essential to everything.
Yeah.
All life, crops, weather, like if a lot of like water is like contaminated or unusable, then like it will affect like the weather, like it'll be like a lot like less humid and shit like that. Like it would be like really bad.
Yeah. I think so. A good starting point to think of that, right, is
sure.
If there's a real life situation, not with water but with gasoline in the UK in the 70s or the 80s.
Yeah, I remember
There was
that
that shortage, and society collapsed within about 4 days. People not being able to get gas.
British.
Yeah, and half of Britain is walkable. Like you can walk to the store.
Well, you know, we forgot why it got so bad there is because Britain is filled with British people.
Yes, they.
So they just all immediately started stabbing each other.
Oh, God.
I love the ongoing jokes of just like average day in Britain, just like mass stabbings everywhere. Even though I'm laughing about that, while there actually is like a mass shooting every day in America.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like actually.
Yeah, on average, it's pretty disgusting.
If what if it started slow, right? What if tomorrow, because I don't do this, but like I know people that like to get bottled water a lot. Mm-hmm. Like I know people that get like the big pack for their house.
Yes.
I think that's weird. I think that's a waste. And I know people that are like, I don't want to drink the water that's coming out of the tap because the government puts shit in it. And I'm like, what makes you think that fucking Dasani isn't doing it? Why would they?
Yeah.
If it's in there, if it's in your pipes, it's going to be everywhere. That's stupid logic. Anyways.
I would hope the government's putting shit in our water to make it like better,
That's
or like at least something.
People be like, why is there fluoride in my water? It's to make me vote for liberals. And I'm like, it's so your teeth don't rot out, you fucking idiot. Anyways.
Literally.
Yeah, what if all bottled water was just like gone in a day? That's like an ominous sign,
Yeah, if bottled water production stopped, that would be a really
and I don't mean like slow down. I mean like boom, one day
disappear.
they're all gone.
Act of God. Snaps his fingers.
Act of God, yeah.
Yeah. He took down Nestle in one fell swoop.
That'd be I can handle
That's
that.
actually cool, actually. Yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually.
I think
Yeah, wait. Going back to the unemployment, yeah, that'd be really cool. Just everyone who works for Nestle unemployed tomorrow.
Bro, Nestle has slaves, bro. Those people should not be employed.
So it wouldn't be a good thing for those particular people, but Nestle as a corporation not existing would probably make the world a better place on a net gain.
Yeah, I don't think Nestle.
not saying that they would
the
be,
void that Nestle would leave would be filled very quickly by other companies.
It wouldn't be good for all those
I did
people.
not know that.
You don't know that Nestle's like debatably like one of the worst companies like in the entire world.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, they're the reason that the aquifers in that exist in Eastern California are rapidly being depleted at a rate they cannot be restored.
Hey, on topic.
There we go.
How on topic is that?
Yep. And I think if we talk about the water wars, that's where it starts.
In California,
it starts with big corporations. Yeah, no, definitely. There
big
definitely
corporations.
be like
So a big man at a big fat man at a desk with a top hat says, "I'm thirsty," and he grabs a big straw and he sticks it into the ground and he sucks it so hard that all the water goes away.
Yep. That's it.
it just fills him up though.
Yeah, and he becomes big and blue like Violet Beauregard, and he's like, "Oh, my belly," and he's like rubbing it, and he has to take all his clothes off because he's like so.
He's like one of those inflatable animals that like you
inflatable animals.
Yeah,
like
like a
Shrek?
little balloon or something, or like a frog if you're really creative.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, like Shrek.
There's an inflatable frog in that movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's maybe what I was thinking of.
Inflatable frog. Yeah,
That's
so
what
big,
I was.
So Mr. Monopoly becomes big and round. Matt, you go on,
Yeah.
say your thing you've been trying to say for like 3 minutes.
Okay. So that's what I was about to say. I'm like, if he got so big like that, like at what point would he not? Because I mean, if he's drinking up all the water, he's just gonna like float off into the like he's gonna have like his own
Float off
gravitational
into the sky. What?
Yeah, he's gonna have like his own gravitational pull. And do you think people would like?
Okay,
try
so
to
why are you
throw
applying science to that part and not the part where he stuck a straw in the ground and drank all the water in the world?
I'm going suspension of disbelief on how he got so big because I'm thinking this, right? I'm thinking people would gather around with rocks and like sticks and throw it at him,
Like beat him?
like try to javelin it into the sky to see if he'll pop, and then he'll like rain.
Maybe that is it.
But maybe all the water.
What do you
too.
mean that is it? What is it? Explain.
All of all of the new ecosystem exists around big fat greedy corporate people
that we have to
drinking
pop
water
with rocks and sticks so
Yeah.
they bleed water.
Yeah, and so that way rain is when we throw the sticks at the sky, knock down the big fat man full of water, and
This
bring
sounds
life
like
to
a
the
Greek.
soil.
This sounds like a Greek fable or something.
It's
Like water is when you like when you like spear Neptune's balls and then water comes out or something. It's
It makes perfect sense.
It does make perfect scientific sense actually.
And so instead
now that I
of
think about it, I
clouds,
thought about it a little bit. It does make
Yeah,
perfect sense.
they have replaced clouds. That's how they get half their water once they
a bunch
get
of
big
big
enough.
suited up like top hat wearing men floating around, smoking
But they would want
smoking
to. They would want
cigarettes
to
with those like
avoid
long
that.
holders.
They know that would be their
Mm-hmm.
fate. They know that they would die that way, so they would have to avoid drinking water really quick.
No, but they're
How
just
would-
so thirsty, dude. They can't help it.
They're so thirsty and they're so greedy that they then like just start sticking
they go,
straws to the ground and sucking it all up. Well, I mean, like that's what would happen if there were like water wars. Is like there would become like bands and factions that would like try to.
Do you
compete
actually-
or fight for water control? There'd also just
you
be
actually
weird
think that,
fucking
like,
people that like
if-
try to harvest water out of everyday shit in their house.
If there really was like a water shortage, do you think there would be a real water war?
Absolutely.
I think there would have to be, right?
Real life event, Tajikistan, and
Oh, true.
yep, I think it's the Tajiks and their neighbors Uzbeks.
They wanted that sweet water.
and in the Nile River. It's horrifying to think about the real impacts of it. Let's keep it funny.
Okay, yeah. Lol. For the lols.
It just makes me depressed now.
Back to big blue men rolling around. I don't know. I think if water became a scarce resource, I think it would be like panic in the streets, dude. It would be like straight up fucking like Fallout. Like not like the game, but I mean like
Yeah.
Like, people would be attacking their neighbors and shit. I mean, how long do you think it would take to actually? How long? You said it took 4 days when it happened in England over the gas shortage. When was that? Like 1980 or something?
I think it was in the 70s during a large instance where gasoline was becoming difficult with Middle Eastern strife or something like that. Maybe it was in the 80s. But
Was there some Middle Eastern strife going on then? I can't remember. I'm joking.
Oh. I was about like, all right, you got an hour?
Just like a little bit.
Yeah, a tad.
Do you want to know about the Arab Spring?
I couldn't even walk through that. Good Lord. That happened, yeah.
So yeah, the bottled water goes first. Bottled water, gone. And then they're coming, for your taps.
Yeah.
The taps are coming after that.
I think the taps would just be like shut off though, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm. No, I didn't mean they literally are going to come into your house and unscrew your sink and take the pipes from you.
They just come into your house and like beat you to death and stick a bucket under you.
Why would they do that?
It's used like comically large corks into the bottom of every single faucet.
Oh yeah, they put a big SpongeBob cork in it and then it like
blocks it all out.
Yeah.
So let's say 1 or 2 days after this.
Yeah.
Which faction are you fighting for?
Faction?
If you're
There's already factions in 2 days.
Society is collapsing. There's no water, bro.
It would collapse immediately.
Immediately, like, someone's got water.
And it ain't you.
It's not you.
Well, okay, this is the question.
Which hired gun are you?
Is it I guess for the sake of the discussion, we should establish, is it water hoarding or is it just a universal shortage?
I think universal shortage.
Because if someone's hoarding it, then it's like, yeah, we're going to kill those motherfuckers. We're going to go find them and kill them. I think it's more interesting if just everybody's desperate everywhere.
Yeah.
Like the entire world is like ruined, basically.
Yeah, climate change has gotten to the point where desertification of the land has
Desertification is bad. Like all the groundwater has been like tainted by fracking. Ellen DeGeneres and her fracking has ruined the world. Have you seen that one meme, which is like her crying, where she was like, when you get so high, you start fracking?
No. I didn't know she was such a big proponent of fracking.
No, she just got caught with fracking, and it was right around the time where she came out that she was a huge like bitch, so I thought it was very funny.
Oh, wonderful.
What was the other guy that came out to be an asshole? The, what's his name? Adam? The other like, I don't watch any fucking television, so I could not tell you. There was another like daytime television host that it was one of those people that everyone was like, I wish I had a legitimate reason to hate him, but I just think he's an asshole. But then it came out and that he was, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay, bet." Anyways,
no.
Doesn't matter. Definitely not on topic. I think I would join a raider group like immediately.
Really?
I would like form like pipe weapons. I would kill my neighbor for water.
Yeah, I mean like everyone.
They got the water and you don't, man.
They got it, and I want it. You think, Matt? What about you?
No, I think everyone would just justify murder immediately. Like no one would give a fuck. It just like, yeah. I mean, like, dude, when the water runs out,
You said that right
like,
as I spilled beer all over myself.
Dude, you make peace with your God later. I gotta have the
God
drink
has never been
now.
thirsty. Okay, God has never wanted.
Yes.
He has never needed for anything.
You're just helping him. You're just helping your neighbors return to the heavenly kingdom.
Exactly.
Now that's beautiful.
Yeah. While you're suffering.
And if you happen to take all their water, then
It extends your lifetime by about 48 minutes at a time. I think I'd fight for Fiji.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
Yeah.
Which of the bottle companies would you fight for? That's like a good one.
I would take a Fiji. I don't know if they're owned by Nestle. I didn't do my research.
Let's just say yes. Let's say let's just say yes.
Yeah, I would fight.
Save yourself a Google, and they probably are. But,
yeah, I would be part of the paramilitary Fiji force.
The Fiji force. Damn. So you would have like the most decked out water stealing equipment because the Fiji's the nice water.
Well, imagine like the guys from Cyberpunk, but
Yeah.
like just branded with Fiji water.
Like the edge runners.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly. We come out, we got full steel helmets. I'm able to tap in.
You have like camelbacks, but they're like embedded into your skin.
Yes, it's stitched to camelback, the shape of a Fiji bottle.
A big rectangle on your back.
Yeah, and then on
Seems really impractical.
I just become a camel.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All
there you
right.
go. There you go. Yeah. Would you?
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
To become a camel.
Pete,
Humans would evolve to store water more. They could. Okay. Okay. No. We're going. I want to do like a big time jump. Like, what would the world look like in like 100 years after this? I want to say that for a second, though.
yeah. I mean, like in the moment, though, people like you remember in Mad Max, there was like blood bag people. There would be water bag
I'm
people.
trying hard not to reference that movie too much because it's like exactly on the nose of what we're talking about. So, but yeah, what do you think would go on with the blood bag people?
There would just be like water bag people. There would be like people who would force them to drink their own pee. There'd be like a lot of, I don't know, like, I think first of all,
People would be harvested for their water.
Everyone,
pee drinking would go up by 100%.
No, I don't mean pee drinking. I mean like they would siphon blood out of people and like draw the water out of it.
That would be interesting.
yeah,
you know?
no. I think if this happened tomorrow, TikTok is gonna blow up with like pee-pee poo-poo purification content, like content creators.
I appreciate you trying to get the TikTok angle on what would happen in the water apocalypse.
Yeah, no, people
Day
would
one,
immediately
TikTok
start YouTubing.
comes out with some cool how-dos.
Yeah.
Day two, entire societal collapse. That's like the timeline that we've described so far. I mean, like the witch TikToks would be like, top 10 crystals to grant you water blessings or like whatever, like.
I think day
Well, there'd
one.
be that.
Oh, sorry.
And then
I
there-
think day one.
Damn, y'all went 2 for 2. Okay,
Matt, you go first.
Matt, you go.
No. You go. It's fine.
No, what the hell? You can't. After we do it, and then I say, okay, you go. You don't give it up. You got one.
I've been getting like a lot of. Anyways. There would just be like everyone would be YouTubing how to like milk
Milk? How to
anything in
milk
their
water?
home. Like, you know what I mean? Like people would just be trying to figure out like how to
grab
milk
a rock
water
really
out of like
hard and like
Squeeze the juice out of it.
squeeze the water out of it.
I think, yeah. If there's no more rain, I think day one, the situation might be nobody actually knows. Like, the people at the top know. We're scared. Everyone's like,
Because
oh,
they've
red
seen it
alert.
coming.
We saw it happening. We don't hear about it till a week later. It's already too late.
Yeah.
There's no way. And then we have to join the Fiji Defense Force 5.
Well, you did because you're a
Yeah.
Fiji fascist.
I'm a Fiji fascist. I'm out here making the Fiji salute.
Fiji salute.
And it's sort of like as if you're tipping back a bottle into your mouth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that.
I'd be on the
I would.
design.
You know what I would fight for? I would fight for the Food Lion name brand water bottle coalition.
Why?
The home fighting force. The home ground.
It would be like the grassroots
Actually,
organization of the Southeast.
Yeah. It'd be like the workers of the world unite.
I'm going straight,
to
like-
purify water.
I'm going straight
Actually,
like
no.
Amazon.
If I had to pick a
water.
company, it'd be Liquid Death. You know about them?
Yeah,
They have cool marketing.
their branding hits me so heavily on the nose. I can't ignore it.
It's weird and like metal. I've never even drank the water, but I think I would love to be like just get all like rocked out, go crazy with that shit, and just like I would get a big syringe, and stab it into people and draw their water out.
I don't think
It's like a
that's
big
how that
life straw,
works.
so it pulls the blood out, but then it filters the blood in
Now
one
maybe
go.
Life Straw is the company to fight for.
No, Life Straw would be the one that like all the raiders would like fight for because they could use it to harvest water from living people.
You just go up to your buddy, stick the Life Straw on their shoulder.
You're harvesting my water.
Exactly. It'd be like some sort of vampire story.
Some kind of vampire story. Matt, what about you? Who are you fighting for? Boots on the ground. What are you doing?
I'd be fighting for Dasani. I'd be fighting for whatever is like the biggest brand
Oh, so
corporation.
you're like the biggest hoe, basically. You would whore yourself out immediately to Dasani.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like because that's what like a lot of other people would do. So then you're gonna want to fight for the team that's got the most people backing it. You know what I mean? Like you can go fight for Fiji.
So
but
you're
gonna be
only
fighting with a
going to
bunch of-
cast the winnings ballot, is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's cool. You want to fight for Fiji, but like you're going to be fighting with like a bunch of like rich people trying to defend Fiji. I'm fighting with like the common army, like strength in numbers.
I'm the one that's going with the common one. I'm going with the great value water name brand shit.
No one's fighting for that shit. No one's gonna fight for that shit. Everyone just calls that water.
What else would you call it?
Nah, like you know what I mean? Like, you ever been to like a vending machine and you ever seen off-brand water in a vending machine?
It sounds like you're describing like when you're in a video game and there's like a vending machine in a video game and they have to invent like fake sodas. And the water option just says water with like blue text.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's always
You ever
just
see
blue.
everything has like a brand. So I feel like I'd have to fight for like the Amazon of water. Like, I've got to fight for like the biggest brand.
And you feel just as good saying that sentence right
I feel
now.
way better than doing the Fiji salute. I would never. I would die before I do the
There
Fiji
would be a
salute.
Dasani salute or worse.
What would be worse?
Like the Fiji salute, but you have to like let them fuck you.
Oh, nah, man. Like, you're fighting for. Like,
I don't know.
I'm fighting for like water, not the purest, bestest water.
If you work for the army, the Dasani army,
Yeah, I think our task force is just like running around clubbing people.
like SEALs.
Yeah, like it's not gonna be very sophisticated warfare. It's gonna be like whatever gets the job done. I feel like if you're a big corporation in a moment like this, like, you kind of have to babyface, I guess, or maybe not, because like everyone's going to be shitty. Every big corporation is going to be shitty, and someone's got to come out as the top dog. Like, failure is not an option. This is the water wars.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I get that it's going to be like lethal.
And I think it could be really silly if Dasani.
Do they pay you? Do they pay you in water? Does water become
water becomes currency, bro? Pee becomes currency.
Yeah.
Any drinkable liquid becomes currency. You know how things like
so a cup of water. So a cup of urine is worth like $1, but a cup of clean water or relatively clean water is like $5.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then like purified spring water is like that's like a gold bar.
And that's
there.
what we get paid on the Fiji Force, you know?
on the Fiji Force.
Yeah. The gold bars are just bottles of
Instead of the SS, it's the FF. Is what you're
God
saying.
damn it.
yeah, you know, like other liquids, beverages left in the store, they'd become like shinies, like aged wine or liquor.
Oh, so you're saying like a Coke would be like,
Yeah.
mwah.
A warm Coca-Cola.
It'd become
disgusting.
prized.
Yeah, it would just be the most important.
The shit would just break down.
But
The
I
shit
feel
would
like water, just plain water would be the best one. You know what would be really fucking valuable? The Mios, the water flavorers.
Oh, yo, you could just drink the Mio and it'd be like a water pack.
No, what? What are you talking about? You have any idea how concentrated that shit is? It would make you sick.
I mean, bro, I saw kids doing it all the time.
I feel like the problem is you need the water in the first place. The water wars are going on.
They're putting them into their eyes like eyedroppers.
Yeah, it's
their
like,
eyes.
it's like the luxury item that rich people have. He's like, here's my collection of Mios.
And so their eyes are like, the whites of their eyes are like bright, dark purple, you know?
I would want that in the first place. Just
I can do that right now,
yeah,
actually.
that's pretty badass.
It's like that guy in prison where he's like been tattooing the whites of people's eyes like black and blue. You know about that guy?
Is this like using pen ink? That sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah. It was like a really funny video where they like interviewed this guy and they were like, the new act in prison of putting ink in your eyes. How do they do it? And they interviewed the guy and he's like, well, I cannot tell you this trade secret, but I will say it involves breaking a pen into your eye.
Oh my god!
You're just like, all right, open and shut. Yeah, you know, like okay. So people are doing that with Mio. They're spraying it in their eyes. It's dyeing their eyes. People are stoics because you can never cry.
No, yeah, it's a waste of water. It's sort of
True.
yeah.
Everyone's a stoic.
Yeah, it's kind of like being on Arrakis. If you spit at someone, it's a sign of peace. And
Yes. Another media that we're trying to not directly because it's so on the nose to what
that is the 1,000-year future.
Yeah, just Dune.
He just becomes Dune.
Yeah.
No, I think people would start to get really desperate and like melt Vaseline and try and drink that.
Just anything that's liquid, but even if it wouldn't hydrate your body.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you know how like detergent is just like mostly water, people would
I
try
thought you were
and
about to
take.
say is apparently poisonous. I was about to be like, wait,
People
what?
would
Like,
really be
this
doing the
so-called
Tide Pod
detergent
challenge.
poisoning thing. holds tide thing up, drinks from it like hamster.
Oh my god.
All right, anyways, what were you
People
saying?
would be for really doing the Tide Pod challenge.
Yeah, well, what were you saying? Are you saying people would just be eating detergent?
People would be microdosing it for sure.
Wait, what? Why would they do that? I don't understand.
You have to get
I feel-
sneak by the poison level. Get below
Poison
that
level?
LD50.
It's like a 7-to-1 ratio of poison to water, so you can take very little of it.
Yeah, you get a little.
I'm interested in like the snake oil salesman that would crop up. People who'd be like, if you drink this, then you'll be like less
It's just
thirsty
sand.
for longer.
Yeah.
Like, you drink a cup of
It's
this
just dry
and you
sand.
won't feel thirst for like
Just
2
a
days.
dude who like found a stockpile of Pedialyte.
Pedialyte would be really valuable, though.
Yeah, Pedialyte would probably be the gold standard.
Yeah, like the best. Well, at least for like the military use. It's just the most like useful. I feel it's the most utilitarian.
Yeah,
I feel
we
like.
haven't even taken into an account of Gatorade versus Powerade war.
Oh, Gatorade
Oh,
crushes
shit.
Powerade
Would-
like immediately, dude.
Would
Powerade
they
sucks.
Combine forces, though.
No, hell
do
no.
you think so?
No,
No.
the House of Raid would collapse quickly.
It would be its own red wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gatorade would show them.
it'd be the red Gatorade winning.
Yes, exactly. It would bring in the executives for Powerade and have them executed.
And have them slaughtered and then made into red Gatorade.
Exactly.
Slurry their
color?
bones into Gatorade. What's your favorite flavor of Gatorade, Matt?
Just orange standard.
Yo, orange? That's the worst one, dude.
I like the lemon. The lemon lime.
That lemon lime is a rare one. I gotta say, I'm a basic bitch. I like a blue.
The blue.
The light blue.
The light blue one. The light one. That one is good.
Have you ever had that cucumber lime, though?
Yeah,
have a
it's
cucumber-
terrible.
No, it is not. They have a cucumber lime.
I
You
want a
gotta try
dill
it.
pickle one.
A dill
That'd be
pickle.
lit.
Yes.
That'd be
A
so
little
lit.
salty. A little,
There's like
little
one
tang.
pickle in it,
Yeah.
like floating.
Yeah, it's literally just a jar of pickles.
Do you know like the actual history behind Gatorade?
It was actually made by the Florida Gators.
Yeah, it's like it was made by like a scientist.
Yeah, it was made
to
by a
like to
chemist in
hydrate
an
them.
apartment or something.
A guy, ironically, a guy made something specifically that was better at hydrating people. Like that, it was because it held the like slight amount of like salt content and other stuff. Like
Yeah, no
helps.
sugar, some electrolytes.
It
helps
just-
you
it's just
absorb
everything
and
you want.
Retain water over time.
Do you think we could have another one of those? Would there be water scientists developing a new water, like
Yeah.
a new drink?
Synthesizing.
Synthesizing water from what?
Realistically, the air.
Bones, stem cells.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Grow water from
honestly.
stem cells in a petri dish.
That's so stupid. That would never work. But I love it. Growing water in a petri dish. You just look at the petri dish and just water just erupting out of it. Like,
Yeah, just slowly over time. And then they take the petri dish
my
and
God,
pour
it's
it
working.
into a vat and boil it.
Boil the water?
You know what they might do?
They have the water and they get rid of it?
Dude, I don't know.
I appreciate you giving up. I don't know.
It sounds like it would sanitize it. It's got a petri dish on it.
Yeah,
They
sure,
might
whatever.
send like a ship off to another planet to test the water there. And
Oh
like,
yeah, one of the
they-
first things is that they'd shoot us off to like Neptune.
Yeah.
Is Neptune the water one?
No,
No.
I mean, none of them are.
No, there's a planet that is
Pluto, I think,
estimated
is
to
on
have like
ice.
Pluto is just an ice ball. So like what they do is they
that would
send a
take
ship
so
off to just
long, dude.
But
I
if you
know,
can get out there and just pinch off a little bit of Pluto and bring it back.
The world would be like destroyed by the time that they returned. The entire world would be like a dusty barren.
If they
It
saw
would
this
look like
coming,
Mars.
they would do that. If they saw this coming like a year in advance, they would just like shoot a rover up and
The government would be like, "Oh, we got Elon Musk to send something into space for fun. Haha, isn't that funny? Everyone loves Elon Musk, but for real, they're shooting them up to Pluto to grab that sweet, sweet ice, bring it back to make their snow cones."
And actually, that makes Elon Musk the savior of humanity.
Well, dude, I don't understand how people still think that dude is not a huge.
Huge chode.
He's such a fucking. Oh
He's
God,
off his rocker, dude.
he's awful.
He's having the world's most expensive midlife crisis right now.
It's pretty funny to watch, though.
And I love it. That's I've hit a certain point
I mean, I hate Twitter. I never use
Yeah,
Twitter.
I
So
don't
at this
care.
point,
It's
I'm
funny.
like with my popcorn bag, like, oh, how is he going to lose millions of dollars today? Like,
I just like seeing people with anime PFP screaming at each other.
well, yeah, that's what Twitter's for, huh?
Yeah, I remember I'd ask people at work about that. I'd be like, how is it, seeing the virtual town square on fire right now?
Yeah, like the town crier was like lit ablaze.
Yeah, they were like, it's honestly kind of amazing. I mean, seriously though, there would be like really rich people or like celebrities who'd be like, fuck it, we're all gonna die, and let's throw a water party.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Yeah. There would be some Gatsby parties kind of things.
And it was just water in martini glasses.
But it's water. It's just water in martini
Yeah,
glass.
just
What are you drinking today? Just a little Oregon spring water.
Like bands
we
or
actually
like
found this
gangs
one
or
in the
whatever
clay pipe
would like
in the middle of LA.
immediately hold up the water parks.
Okay, no, wait, what? Say that again?
I said like bands would hold hostage water parks. That'd be like prized territory.
Because there would just even if they shut off the water, there would have to be a huge stockpile there. I mean, the wave pool alone is like so much water, right?
Shit, but there's like chlorine in that. You can't drink that though.
That's not going to stop them, dude. That's not going to stop. If you're looking at that wave pool, that dirty wave pool water with like kid turds in it and shit, and you haven't had water for like 6 days or whatever, you would drink that in a fucking
the
heartbeat.
Life Straw militia comes in and they're fine. I think that's one of the
Oh
problems.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they would
They have
probably
life straws
target-
like embedded into their hands, and so they just dip their hand in the water and suck it up like through their
straight
hand.
into the bloodstream.
Yeah, straight into
You
their
don't
brain.
even have to go through the energy process of getting it there.
It just immediately distributes it evenly in their body.
Bro, what the fuck have we been saying? There'd still be an ocean. They would just desalinate the ocean. Problem solved.
Ocean's gone.
Okay, all right.
Well, the ocean's gone,
okay.
man. How do you feel? You feel
the-
kind of stupid now, don't
Or
you?
the ocean has gotten to, it's receded to a point where the salinity is too high.
Yeah, okay. It's
Yeah.
receded so much that, the salinity of the
Look at
ocean
that.
is so much that the energy required to desalinate is just insanely unrealistic. It's like toxic. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
Like the Dead Sea.
yeah, it's like literally, like the Dead Sea. Like, that we could, there's no way you could ever desalinate the Dead Sea. dude.
Then it would just be, no, that reference is too on the nose.
We've already done it 2 other times. Just go ahead and send it.
You're in town.
Oh, true. Yeah, no, that actually is like actually real. I like that
Life would
musical.
just be like the musical You're in Town. Like we all just be like pissing in the town toilet, and they just
Also
recycle
known as
it.
Matt's mom, dude. Oh, good fucking five for that, dude. Anyways.
The other realistic problem of the sea receding is, all the the contaminants that just exist in the water, aside from the salt.
Yes.
Those all now get more concentrated. So
Yeah, it's
another
just a
thing.
toxic hellhole.
Yeah. And so you got to deal with that. I think the other, how quick until death cults of water arise? Is that like day 3, day 4, or are we talking like a month?
Well, like what do you explain?
Like a full-on Heaven's Gate style situation.
Like they're drinking water with poison in it, or what?
More like they have rejected the need for water. We have gone to the point in which it is now our duty to die because the water is gone, and that's a sign.
I feel like it would probably take a couple months for that.
Yeah, that
for
might-
death cults, for full-on death cults, definitely not immediate.
I want to survive to that point. I want
to see it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's how I feel about the zombie apocalypse. Like for the zombie apocalypse, when people are like, "I would love it, dude. I'm a gamer. I would kill zombies." I'm like, "No, you'd be miserable and hate your life."
Yeah, it would suck.
But I would want to live long enough to see shit get really crazy.
I want to see the death cults. I want to see.
I want to see
the
someone sucking a
underground-
zombie's dick.
Yep, underground government agencies, umbrella style.
And they're all just giving head constantly.
We designed the T virus to only suck dick now.
Yeah, the SD virus.
I think like you can invest in like water companies right now. So I feel like if water becomes
Oh, they're cutting and running. They are pumping and dumping that shit, dude. They are rug pulling that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how
Would there be water
how
NFTs?
Ooh,
You can own this virtual water.
get
people
owned,
would like
save.
hold up at dams. Like people would try
Downloads
to
your
run
water?
towards.
Lol.
The,
Downloads your water without permission. What are you gonna do? Sorry, man. What were you saying?
I was gonna say like dams would be like the hottest property.
It'd be like Fallout New Vegas, like the Hoover Dam would be like a war zone.
Yeah, no, like it'd be a war zone. Everyone would be trying to fight over it, and it'd be lit.
It'd be lit.
It'd be awesome.
It would not be
the end of the world would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, no. It would not be lit. It would not be lit. But like, I want to think that there would definitely be like, let's say that humanity does survive. Humanity survives pretty well, and everyone just doesn't die. Everyone just doesn't die in like 2 months. All right, we fast forward like 100 years.
Wait. Before we do that, you know what I would honestly try to do like day one that I thought about?
What's up?
I would just dig a hole straight down.
Keep going.
Try to find that groundwater as quickly as possible.
Get a dowsing rod. That's the snake oil guys. They get their dowsing rods
The
back
sticks
out.
that are like in a Y shape.
Yeah, and then you just feel where the water is.
You can feel
Water
the
witching?
Water
And
witching.
the dowsing rod just points right at their own heads. They just,
Yeah.
I gotta get to the water. Yeah, I would dig straight down, just like in the middle of my. I couldn't do it outside. I would just do it in my home. I would just break down my floorboards and just dig a hole like straight down, like that movie Barbarian.
Oh my god.
Did you see that? You didn't like it?
It was fine.
I like Justin Long in it.
I did like Justin Long in it. He did a good job. I just thought the movie. Now we're getting super off it, but this movie, it was so B horror movie
Yeah.
that the B side of it didn't have enough redeemable qualities, in my opinion, for me to go back and give it a recommendation to someone who's not into horror movies.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, a lot of it was like playing on the tropes of horror movies.
Like
of being
I'd watch it again.
because like the whole like first act of the movie, you're like, what's the guy, Alex Skarsgård? Or
Yes.
yeah, you're like, oh, he's gonna kill her, and then
yeah.
and then that doesn't happen. I don't know. Anyways, I would just dig a hole straight down, try to find that water, and then I'd have my own little well, you know, and that would be my secret. I would keep that. I would take that to my fucking grave.
What are you doing when you freak out because you've dug too far down and then you
I
see
can't
a
get back
dude-
out.
No, and then you see a dude from China who's also dug straight down. You see some Chinese dude down there, and he's had the same idea, and now your holes have met in the middle and connected.
I make out with him.
I think at that point you realize you're not getting any water.
Yeah, I kiss on him, and then we embrace each other. No, I don't know. I would just I would crawl up to my hole and then jump at the top of my hole and see if I can slingshot straight through the whole earth.
Yeah, maybe he's got a different problem.
The core of the earth is water. It's pure water. They've been telling us it's like hot nickel and like iron and like nuclear, like near nuclear fusion levels of heat. It's all water. All the water went straight to the center, so we just had to dig really far down.
The earth got thirsty and sucked it up.
The earth got thirsty and sucked it all up.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Big earth.
Big earth. It's some earth girth.
Some earth girth. Some big earth girth.
All right, now fast forward to, I don't want to have it be like a lot of people survive. I want it to be like apocalyptic, but like even if like 50% of all people died, that's still so many people left. You know, that's a lot of people.
Let's talk in like 90%.
Okay, all right.
I feel like that's legitimately
90% of people
realistic.
died, and then those people survived for like 100. Nah, fuck it, man. Let's do 200.
200 years.
Double it.
We've now exceeded the lifespan.
We are in a post-aquatic society. And well, to call it a society is generous. It's like a hellscape, but
Yeah.
what does the world look
Hellscape.
like?
Yeah.
hellscape.
People would be
It's like
people
Mars.
would be
It is
covering
like Mars.
themselves in like dirt and mud constantly to shield themselves from like the sun.
Like that one guy. Do you know about the mud guy? The dirtiest man alive?
Oh, R.I.P.
Yeah, he died.
He fucking died. They gave him a
They
bath.
they literally gave him a bath and he died like a month later. Matt, do you know what we're talking about?
Damn. No, but I believe that.
There's like this dirtiest man alive who like lived in the desert and like smoked dung out of like a pipe made of like rock. And he was just a filthy motherfucker. And he like, I don't even think he had, was he literate or anything?
I have no idea. The best picture is him smoking 4 cigarettes between 2 fingers.
Yeah. It's
amazing.
He's a cool guy. Anyways, they gave him a bath and it killed him.
Damn. Well,
Damn. it's like if you went up to like a hermit crab and like ripped it out of its shell. Like, you know, like it removed its like protective coating.
Yeah,
like killed him.
exactly. He had no immune response. It was just
He had no immune response to cleanliness.
He was the anti-venom to being dirty.
Exactly. He was like old. He was like 78 or he might have been 80.
He was real old. He was real
like
old.
he wasn't like yeah, young buck. He lived to be real old. So
Unless he
maybe
just looked really fucking old because he was dirty.
That's
35.
probably
He's just like died at like 19.
I've been smoking poop out of my pipe.
yeah. So people would just be covering themselves in dirt and mud because like the sun would still be like really, really hot. You know, like I think people would probably try to move towards like the north, like colder climates and stuff like that. You know, people would definitely be chewing on like the Antarctics would be the most sought location to live, so people could just like lick the ground.
yeah.
Honestly.
Well, what if we said that there's like horrible storms or something? Like it's really hard to reach it. Like it's possible technically, but like no man has ever returned.
I think just the lack of water going that distance.
Yeah, just getting there, you'd need so much water just to make it to there.
And
It'd be like the trail to Oregon.
The trail to Oregon.
everyone just gets diphtheria and dies.
Diphtheria. Woke up in the morning and I got diphtheria. That's an Eric Andre show reference. Anyways, I never played the Oregon Trail. That's one of those games that I feel like everyone played.
It's
I mean, I'm not like, oh, I want to play the Oregon Trail, but like, I just know it's a game that a lot of people played our age.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's because it was on school computers or something.
yes, I think so. I think some teachers used it as a learning tool.
A learning tool.
Yeah, just to show you how much you would die.
Kind of an ominous thing.
Yeah,
A learning tool.
a learning tool.
Like one of those wooden paddles. That's a learning tool.
Hey, man, you learn something that way.
You'll learn quick.
There's so many like 45-year-olds with spanking kinks.
Yeah, and they're like, no, seriously though. I mean, a lot of your actual like sexual shit is just like trauma that you do from your childhood that you have to deal with, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, 100%.
So yeah, if motherfuckers are getting spanked by like, you know, a Sister Teresa or like whatever, you know, in their Catholic fucking school, then yeah, of course they're gonna be into that shit later.
I got to spank me some butt.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Learn what you like.
The as far as the dirty nasty water future, what we said earlier, I think that there would be like subhumans that would evolve, like cattle, like people, like literally like camels,
Oh yeah.
like people with specifically high levels of water retention would be
I don't think so. How are people making people?
Man, I'm trying to fucking. This is theoretically fucking speaking. Let me come up with something stupid, okay? Like Matt literally said, "Wait, this isn't logical." Like, what the fuck? Yeah,
They
like,
wouldn't be subhuman. They'd be the next step in evolution. We would be subhuman.
No, dude, we would
Post-human.
definitely like slave race them. I think, unfortunately,
100%.
Yeah, probably.
unless they gained a lot of power, which how would we let them do that?
Yeah, because they would. The problem is holding that much water. You could tip them over and just roll them.
Yeah, well, that's how they travel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you just.
So their arms and legs are atrophied, so they're just a big round torso that rolls around like a tumbleweed. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That makes sense.
Kind of they like a turtle. They can recede their limbs into their body.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Well,
makes
they
sense
just
too.
go brain dead at a point. I think you would have to do it a little bit differently. Like you'd have to like have them on a leash in
I'm saying
front of
these
you
people,
and like
like,
dangle a carrot or something like that. Like
a carrot.
yeah.
Just a little shot glass with a bit of Mio in it.
Oh, because they have the water, but they want the flavor.
They want to.
They want the flavor.
Honestly, the best strategy I think would be to attach wheels to these people. And so then you could ride them and they'd become transportation.
So you get wheels on them and they're facing the ground and they just kick their little legs into the dirt and that makes them go forward on their wheels.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought we
And
established
would
that they
have,
are
like-
already like a big wheel. They're so round.
Okay, so we take 4 of them.
You need to put a saddle on them.
Yeah, we take 4 of them, like a pontoon boat.
Tape them together.
Yeah, and you can roll it down the street.
Now that's a fucking great idea. A bunch of obese fucking water-laden torsos rolling as like the wheels of a car.
I mean, that's actually what happens, and then...
That's actually what happens.
But then even... We utilize the other mode of transportation through the air is just strapping big nets around the big... the big blue dudes floating around.
I forgot about them.
They're like hot air balloons. They're just floating water balloons.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to like get from like a really low point to like a really high point, what you could do is you could like get like a running start or have like a higher elevation above them and then run and then jump onto their stomach and have someone else already sitting on the stomach and it like pop them up in
like
the
a
air.
blob, like the
yeah, like a
blob at the
blob.
YMCA.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I mean, it'd be effective.
It would be
The
effective.
new space program.
Program. The new. How many blobs does it take to exit the ionosphere?
Can you? It's like if you took a bunch of 9 volts and you kind of put them in series. Is it like that, where you just have one blob activate another blob?
And it just gets more powerful.
Yeah, and then you eventually just shoot someone off like a rocket as they explode into
Straight to
mist.
Pluto.
Yeah, they like
Explode into red mist.
yeah as they break the sound barrier within about 8 feet of leaving the blob.
Skin flays off their body. Peels back in an eighth of a second. You know what I was thinking about for the future? You know what I think would be going on? You were talking about death cults. Death cults would be definitely going there because you know what they would want? They would try to find alcohol.
Ooh,
Because it dehydrates you.
I'm with them.
So that's what they want. That's like the forbidden thing. Because no one ever has any reason to drink alcohol. It's too dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
There's other ways to get high that don't dehydrate you. But they like collect it and like hoard it and like worship it as like because they're like, we hate water. We hate the chains of water and we spurn it by drinking alcohol.
So I think my timeline now goes from fighting on the Fiji Defense Force 5,
You would
moving towards alcohol death cults.
FDF 5.
Yes, because I kind of
What's the alcohol death cult called? What we gotta call it?
I don't know. The boozy woozies are kind of fun.
The boozies, the boozers. It needs
The
to be
boozy
more ominous
woozies
than
is it has to be if it has to be more ominous,
more evil.
like
It's a suicide cult.
Good point. The other one was called Heaven's Gate.
True.
I mean, I hate to, it feels like so obvious, but like liquid death, that'd be like a good
Liquid
one.
death would probably happen. What about
Yeah.
what about Heaven's drop? I don't know.
The last drop.
Water falls from heaven.
Last drop. No, the last drop sounds like a movie. It doesn't sound
Last
like a group.
drops. People call themselves the last drops.
The drips.
The drips.
The dregs. I don't know. Yeah,
The dregs.
boozy-
That's like a
called-
Clockwork Orange.
That's droog.
Oh,
Is that?
whatever. There's so many made up words in
Droog.
that shit.
It's not made up. It's a whole language that he wrote that is made of Polish, Russian, and English. Droog is literally Russian for friend, for
Wait.
the record.
Really?
Yeah, Droog, or it's spelled differently in Russian, but yeah.
Is that all Kubrick stuff?
Droog, yeah, he wrote, dude, like, the book is crazy. I read that book. It's a great book.
damn.
They has a whole appendix in the back of just the vocabulary he wrote.
wow.
Like, they call old people starry, like STAR, like that starry old guy, because stary, which is in Russian spelled CTARI, is old. So there's like a lot of like weird like slang from Russian and stuff in that book. Crazy book.
I learned that.
Don't necessarily agree with the philosophy of it, but a good question to ask. Of
Well,
like,
I don't think a Clockwork Orange is meant to be agreeable. I think it just poses like a
Yeah,
really
it's like a
great
question. It's like-
philosophical problem. Like, do the worst people in society need to be, or is it right to experiment on the worst people in society? Like, is it right to experiment on them?
I always took it as because the title "A Clockwork Orange" is called that because it's like something natural made to act mechanical, made to act against its nature. And so it's like if someone's nature is to be evil and awful, like I think I always thought it was posing the question of like, is it right to take that from them even if it is like their nature, you know?
Huh.
And it's like, yes, it is definitely, but you know,
Sounds
like
so messed up.
But
Well, the Ludovico technique is just straight torture, though.
it is like straight
Let's
torture.
be honest.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, they would strap you down to that, and they would just make you watch old clips of water parks,
Yes.
you know, as torture, and you'd be like, "What are they doing?"
Yeah. But
They just show you commercials of Carnival cruises.
they just maintain a steady flow of red eye solution.
From Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, just just like literally just so like your eyes stay wet.
Oh, I see what
We
you're
just
saying.
have and then
No, that's
as
Bloody
you're
Eye.
getting-
Never mind.
Oh yeah, whatever it's called.
no, I'm.
Oh, Bloody Eye.
Bloody Eye is from. fucking
Depends on
Cowboy
what's
Bebop.
translation.
Yeah, just like a total hell, basically. I mean, most plant life would be immediately destroyed because people would try to like wring as much water out of that as possible, right?
Yeah, you just find the nearest clump of grass and wring it into your mouth.
Some moss,
Ooh.
some nice moss, that'd be good. I was thinking about water parks. I feel like water parks would be like temples of worship. Mm-hmm. You know,
The days of old have come to return.
Yeah, so people are like teaching the preachings of like the water gods there or whatever. You know,
I just imagine at that point as part of their mass, you're just going down.
Mass, yeah.
You're just going down like a really, really dry water slide, just like
it's just like leaving
all
a
the way
bloody
down.
butt cheek trail. Just like ripping the skin off your
it's a
ass.
form of penitence.
It's a form of.
I also think like 200. Okay, so 200 years from now, though, people would discover. Like, I think it'd be really cool if, like, let's say, like, all right, we have our little Fiji Force, right? Fiji Force.
I think the Fiji Force
like,
by now would be long disbanded. I think all major institutions of like law or order or force would just be like destroyed by this time. 200 years later.
Definitely true. But like, there's like stragglers, you know what I mean? Like
The remnants of the Fiji
The remnants,
Force.
yeah, okay.
What if you were like on your way to Antarctica, right? And you see by like the cliff of some, I don't know, like you just jumped off of a really big fat dude, like a blob, and you got to higher elevation and you notice this like door with this really like funny design, and you
see
open
a
it
door
up.
in the cliff face?
Yeah, exactly. Like some secret like Hitler hideout like
Wait,
type
what?
thing.
Wait, what?
Like, you've seen those like
Why is that where
conspiracy
you go to
theory. Have you
first?
seen that like conspiracy theory that like he didn't kill himself, but he like moved to the Arctic and was like living in the side of a cliff?
No, wait, what? He's living in his little Saddam Hussein like bunker,
I almost
pretty much.
prefer that because it sounds like it sucks worse than killing yourself.
or living in Colombia.
Yeah,
That's what he always said, that they all moved to Argentina or whatever.
a lot of them did.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Not him.
Yeah.
All the one, yeah. Well, a lot of the ones that lived.
But yeah, you open the door.
I love that Saddam Hussein bunker PDF where he's like laying down. You know what I mean? I love that shit. It's so funny. All right, sorry. Go on, man.
I was gonna say like you open the door though, and you see that there's like a whole water cult. Like there's like a bunch of people who just like hoarded plastic bottles of water for like, and then they've just been continually feeding off of them.
Okay.
I like that.
You strike gold essentially. But it's
Pretty much.
But it's being hoarded by these people.
It is the dragon in the mountain with his pile of gold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is like a gold. It is like a dragon clutching a big pearl in its claw.
Mm-hmm.
They would kill you immediately. They
Oh,
would.
no, I
seek
would
to
convince
kill
them
you
I'm their god.
immediately.
I would find a way.
To become their god.
You
Yeah.
would pee in front of them.
Yeah, they'd be
The
like,
ultimate sign of respect.
yeah, they'd
Honestly,
be like,
yeah.
no one has ever done
if
that.
you just started peeing on the ground in front of them, they'd be like, "What are you doing?
farted.
What are
It's
you
gonna
doing?
smell
You're not
really bad."
harvesting it. You're not trying to like store it." And you'd be like, "I don't need to." And yeah, they probably would begin to worship you.
Because yeah, if you could like front just hard enough, like you actually haven't drank any water in like 4 days or whatever, not even a drop, but you're like just so confident that this will like impress them that you're like, yeah, I don't even care, and you just piss, and they're like, he is the Messiah, like fucking
No water in 4 days. It just comes out like brown and like hard. It's just solid.
it's like Play-Doh.
Oh no.
Like Play-Doh urine.
That's disgusting.
Well, let's
But
say you
that's-
did convince them. What do you do next? Do you?
I sit on my Dasani throne, dude. I sit there while hot Antarctic cave babes just pour water into my mouth.
That's a good way to go out.
Good way to go out. I'm not going out. I'm living.
I mean, that's to end your days.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
making it to the Arctic at this point. Like,
Yeah, what's the point? The whole point of going to the Arctic was to find more water. If you've already did it. If there were any other members of my squad, I'd definitely immediately have them all killed.
Oh yes, of course.
Gotta take care of those loose ends.
Yeah,
Gotta wrap that up.
You don't play around with that.
Yeah, no. I'm the guy. Only me.
Your closest friend is your biggest enemy in that situation.
Exactly. Kill him.
Your closest friend is the blob that got you up there in the first place. So you might actually
the blob
want to
is
keep.
just like a random. They're like mutated devolved, but also evolved, just like subhuman creatures that are like around.
So are they
Exactly.
still
You
being
definitely would
used-
want to keep one of them around.
Are they still being used as sources of water? Are they like the giant water mules?
Yes.
They're used
Yeah,
as
he's like
sources
a-
of water in emergencies. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you got to keep the breeder around.
Yeah.
That's why I keep Matt's mom around.
I kind of saw it coming. I kind of saw that coming after the public toilet one. Yeah. All right.
2 for 2. All right.
Tee them up.
Tee him up. Woo!
Yeah. So that's that would be really okay. So you've established yourself as a god and everything, but then
I think it's the second episode where I've established myself as a god. I did that in the history hopping episode we did.
True. I think someone else has probably had this same awesome idea. You know what I mean?
So there's like a bunch of bones in the corner, and they're like, and you're like, who is that? And they're like, that was our last god. Ooh. And you're like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. So how do you have to maintain your godship? How do you do that?
This shit's like becoming The Sims.
Yeah.
I would show them how to breed the water guys, because if they've been in that cave, they've never seen the blobs.
Yeah, and then you could bring the blob in by flipping him off a bigger blob.
I would need at least 2 blobs.
Yeah.
So I need 3 total.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, bounce the 2 off the one, get them in the cave, breed them, and now they have so much water. Because the blobs can like filter rich water out of the air somehow. They just like somehow have water like we don't even know.
They're the last bastions of safety in human society.
These blobs that we use
These
for
blob men.
these blob men.
Ooh, but the blob, dude, can the blob talk though? Because if the blob can talk, the blob would be like, "Oh yeah, we were going
the blobs
on our
talk
way
like
to
this. They talk like.
Yeah, just like a guy from the Midlands in Britain.
Yeah, a guy from Wexford.
Yeah.
Guys from Wexford, fucking Ireland.
Okay, but what happens though one day when you're passed out, water drunk, right? And
Just with so much fucking water.
yeah,
Super hydrated.
I wonder how many
And,
times we said the word water this episode.
and
a couple of days, right?
one of the cave babes reaches into your pocket and she finds a map and sees that you were going to Antarctica, and then
She's like,
they start like murmuring amongst themselves. They're like, "Is he going to some like water kingdom? Like we need to go there."
Water that's in the form of a rock? How is that possible?
You double down, you send them on their way, and you got the throne to yourself with the blob man as your closest friend.
Wow. Okay. So you just straight up you abandon your flock basically.
I mean, you were manipulating them from the start. It's less mouths to feed now.
I think they would be too smart for that. I think if you tried to do that, they would be like, "Oh, okay," and then they would tie you to the blob, and then they would carry you to Antarctica with them, and then they would probably try to sacrifice.
I think you definitely all would just die on the way because they'd be woefully underprepared.
Definitely, but if you did make it to Antarctica, they would sacrifice you before the rock, before like the big glacier.
Before the rock?
They take the blob away from you.
What rock? What are you talking about?
Like once they arrive,
Like in front of a glacier?
Yeah, don't you know that's what all Antarctica is? It's just one big rock. It's just one big ice rock.
Like a big obelisk?
Yeah.
Just
It goes
jutting
straight up.
out of the ground, like fucking 2001.
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly
That's all
like that.
Antarctica is. That's why you can never go there.
That's why the Earth is flat and they have that seawall and they don't want us with the ice around it and they don't want us to go there because it's just,
Bro, true, yo. All the flat earthers would just run to the edges of the Earth and start licking the wall when the water wars would start.
Because they are correct actually.
Yeah, no,
like I do believe that's real.
Yeah, the world is flat and there's fluoride in the water.
All right.
You know,
well,
if the
I
world
think
is
that's
flat in
honestly
that situation, if the world's
honestly
flat, you just go on the other side of it, right?
Yeah, you
just
could tip
over.
it up like a glass, and then you could concentrate all the water in the world into the corner and get a big straw.
if you were able and get a big fucking Earth-sized straw and slurp all of the last bits of water up out of the whole world.
That's what you could do. Yeah, you could get everybody to run to one side of the world so
Tip
it
it.
become too heavy.
Tip it all over so all the water pools.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I'm gonna make a Facebook group and start talking about this just in case.
Yeah,
you know,
just
like in case their water runs out, so we can just have it like a backup plan.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, at that point, Yeah, we should just get in there.
Let's make it happen. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Gibson.
I appreciate y'all having me.
I don't know if there's any other possible water-related things we could come up with, but it's been a good episode so far. I knew you'd know about the actual real water wars. So
yeah, so I guess one interesting part Matt did talk about was how everyone would want to move north towards glacial areas and stuff, and that's actually not to the more realistic aspect of this. There would be a process of desertification where the deserts in the middle of along the equator would eventually expand to the point where like the habitable range would become smaller and smaller, and your temperate areas would move farther north. Mm-hmm. And so that's actually something that people worry about with long-term climate change effects.
Yeah, just like the belt getting so fucking hot. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Not as hot as that
Ian's mom.
Damn.
Got him.
I was gonna say not as hot as the teacher's belt on your bum when they spank you for, I don't know, drinking too much water.
Hey, leave some for the fishes, as they say.
Hope everybody enjoyed the episode tonight. Be sure to give us a follow on whatever platform you're on, of course. We got some pretty cool episodes coming. We're kind of getting close to the end of the season. But we do always accept guest requests. I actually posted something on Instagram, and I got a bunch of those the other day. We could do an episode maybe where we just read through, like shotgun a bunch of just like what ifs from listeners. So feel free to send us some questions, and we'll love to take a look at them.
For real, thanks y'all. Thanks so much, and thank you, Gibson, for coming on today. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, I appreciate it, guys.
The Earth is really flat, though.
Oh, yeah, the Earth is flat and there's fluoride in the water is being used to manipulate you.
Nice. Chemtrails.
There you go. 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 There you go.